up, you guys? Welcome back to Phillips. Today I'm making some bomb juicy cilantro chicken tostones sandwiches. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's start with a pound of boneless chicken thighs, a bunch of cilantro. You also need 2 avocados, a quart of a green, red, yellow bell pepper, 2 lemons, 1 tomato, 1 red onion, a bunch of garlic, and a jalapeno. And let's not forget about the green plantains. 1 plantain equals 1 sandwich. And next we're going to start on the marinade for our chicken and our peppers. So we're going to start by squeezing 1 lemon into a bowl and make sure you get those seeds out of there, unlike me. As predicted, we're going to throw some garlic in there. So I'm going to peel and mince 4 cloves of garlic. Then you're going to split that shit in between 2 bowls. Then take the seeds out the peppers and cut them into nice thin strips and add it to the bowl without the lemon juice before we start the cilantro. Then take your cilantro off the stem and roll it in a ball and chop it into nice fine pieces. And then you want to add your cilantro to both bowls. So for this next part, I must have been too high, but I added a tablespoon of salt, but it's supposed to be 1 teaspoon of salt each bowl and 1 teaspoon of pepper per bowl. And then you want to mix that shit around, add some avocado oil, make sure it's nice and juicy. And from there you want to put your peppers aside for about 30 minutes or in the fridge while you grab your chicken thighs. And add it to that other marinade, and you want to mix it all around to make sure that you get the seasoning everywhere, and set that aside as well. And next we're about to start that guac. So we're going to grab 2 avocados, and then we're going to slice those and core those and add it to a bowl. And then from there we're going to take our fork and mash that shit all around, make it nice and creamy. And for this next part, I only need half a red onion, so I'm going to take 1 red onion, cut off the end, and then from there slice it in half, and then of course take off the skin. And then you want to lay 1/2 down and make some slices and stack those up and dice it into smaller pieces and add it to the guac. This cut gives it that chipotle effect. And then from there you want to take your jalapeno and cut it in half, and depending how hot you like it, you could take the seeds out or keep them. I don't like hot, so I take that shit out. And then you want to take it and cut it into thin strips and then line them all up and then dice it into smaller pieces before you add it to the guac. Next, cut and squeeze 1 lemon into the guac. And then you want to take your tomato and cut both ends off, and then cut your tomato in half, and then cut those into slices and try to chop it up as fine as you can. Don't worry, this is well worth it. It's a lot of chopping, but nobody wants a lot of chunks. And of course, what is guac or salsa without cilantro? So we're going to take about a handful and chop it nice and finely and add it to the guac. And yes, you can use too much cilantro. I've done it before and it is not the business. And then you want to take about a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper and add it to the guac. And then from there, you want to take about 3 garlic cloves, chop them nice and finely, add it to the guac mix, and then you want to stir it nice and good, and then there you go. You got some motherfucking guac. Alright YouTube, if you're still with me, I know this video is long, but it's well worth it. So next, we're going to start tostones by making incisions and cutting off the ends of our green plantains, and then just kind of wiggle your fingers under the skin of the plantain and then just easily peel it off. Try not to break it. And once you peel all your plantains, you're going to want to cut each plantain in half, because each plantain equals 1 sandwich. And then over medium-high heat, you're going to heat some oil. It could be corn or vegetable oil, and then you're going to add your plantains. Cook them for about 6 minutes, 3 minutes per side, just to make sure that it gets cooked all the way through before you take them off. Alright, here's where the magic happens. So you're going to take a flat bowl, lay your tostone down, and then kind of just wiggle it down and smash it. Try not to break it or make it too thin. And then you want to grab your metal spatula and just kind of gently scrape it off the bowl. And there's your first plantain. And then you just want to do the rest. Alright, so over medium-high heat, we're going to fry our plantains, and this is where they become officially tostones. So fry about 4 minutes, 2 minutes per side to make it nice and crunchy. So for the sauce, we're going to mince 3 garlic cloves and add them to a bowl. And then we're going to add 1 part ketchup, and then about 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And then we're also going to add some sriracha to it. And then from there, we're going to add a teaspoon of pepper. And then you're going to mix it all together nice and good, and that's the sauce. Okay, so for our chicken or peppers, we're going to add the chicken to a cast iron skillet over medium-high heat, while in another pan, we're going to add avocado oil and the peppers and cook those for about 10 minutes, while the chicken cooks for about 12 to 15 minutes, and it'll still be nice and juicy. From there, add the chicken to a cutting board and just cut them into strips. Alright guys, so we're going to put the sandwich together by adding some sauce to both ends of the tostones. You can honestly use whatever toppings you want. You can make it vegetarian or make it with steak, but anyways, I used what I had. So I'm going to add the peppers and the chicken, top it off with some guacamole, and then sandwich it together, and there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know any suggestions or comments or anything. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.